I'll send to you all. Okay, so again, welcome members, okay, for this TradeVSA tutorial. And today we're gonna go into something is basic fundamentals, okay, and slowly we go into in details, okay, on the next Saturday section, okay, which is the combo setup plan. Okay, now just want to set the expectation everything is right, okay, before I start, because like I said, this is purely for new or beginner, okay, or for those that who have experienced that less than 6 months in trading. Okay, probably this is something for you. Okay, now just wondering, okay, just wondering, any member here, because today I think I just got 20 over members. Okay, I believe most of you already go back to works. Just wondering, any one of you actually are considered like new, okay, in terms of trading, not FA trading? Like for example, you just started maybe like few months ago, okay, or maybe less than 6 months. Okay, if yes, please start one for me so that at least I know. Okay, Praveen, Nabi, okay, Cynthia. Okay, so 3 so far. Okay, so again, just want to set the expectation right. So this whole series, okay, I'll go through something is basic. Okay, so a few things that I will focus. First, I will focus mainly in the daily chart only. Okay, I'll focus in terms of the daily charts only. So of course, when we referring to daily chart, of course, we are referring to something is a mid to long term, okay, not short term. Okay, why this is very important? Because I'm not looking something that got potential to do an inverse pullback. Okay, I'll share with you later on why I need to highlight this. Okay, and few things also I didn't put it over here is that I won't focus something is covered in masterclass. Okay, because few reasons. Because first of all, masterclass, the technique, to be frank, is slightly a bit advanced and technical. So again, this video tutorial, we just want to do something is fundamental VSA. Okay, so I don't think it's suitable for me to mention something about, from MC, from the masterclass. And of course, some of the tutorial or the material actually is developed by our coaches. So I think it's not fair also to share over here too. Okay, so there's a few things. And now let's go into this part, inverse pullback. Okay, the reasons why this one need to highlight this. Okay, we focus on daily chart, mid to long term. Okay, because in this series, I won't focus something like this. Okay, now can anyone share with me what do you think about the trend of this chart? Is this uptrend or downtrend? Type 1 if you think it's uptrend, type 2 if you think it's downtrend. Okay, so it's very obvious this is a downtrend encounters, right? Now like for example, sometimes some member or some of the friend from Facebook, they will sometimes will ask me, right? They will say that, oh Zach, this counters, okay, example, I just take one example only. This is Datasonic, okay, and they ask me because Datasonic previously is a so-called a good value counters, fundamental counters. Now the price drop heavily, can they buy at cheap price, something like that. Okay, so whenever they ask me, they say that, hey Zach, I saw spring already lah, I saw NS already lah, can I buy or not? Okay, so of course most of the time because I'm trading short term, I don't really look into the value, the fundamental companies. I would say that, oh, this is actually in downtrend, okay, because the 2040 is crossing. Okay, so it's not a good setup for me. But few days later, okay, the price goes up. Okay, imagine this one goes up, goes up. So they'll ask me again. They say, is that you asked me don't to buy, but this one already go up 10% already. Okay, now again, can anyone here share with me? Okay, can anyone here share with me? The stock is downtrend. Okay, this stock is downtrend. Okay, obviously, but why they still goes up? Okay, like this. Any reasons why? Okay, again, some of the important things that especially new trader you have to remember. Okay, you have to at least know. Okay, can anyone share with me? You say this is downtrend, which is I think is correct. It's downtrend, obviously, but why there's still up bar? Some up bar can be like 9%, 10%. Why? Okay, Shirley said technical rebound, force breakout. Okay, this is by KS. To collect. Okay, possible. Maybe they haven't finished yet. Okay, I will say force breakout, yes. So sometimes this is what we call, again, technical rebound. So sometimes they will do another wash by making a force rebound. or this is what we call sometimes what we call as a inverse pullback. Oh, sorry, let me close this up. Okay, let me close this up. So sometimes this is what we call the inverse pullback. Okay, so it's like giving you a false signals that, oh, this stock is going to reverse, but they are doing another set of like a selling before they go lower. Okay, so of course for experienced traders, okay, like for example, especially those that attended the masterclass, okay, just want to ask also, anyone here actually attended the masterclass? Type A for me, type A if let's say you attended the masterclass. I want to see how many masterclass students is here. Okay, I think quite a lot, sir. Of course, for the first time, let's say like for example, I think like Anne asked me if you attended masterclass, like Mr. Chu also attended for the first time, but probably you will be a bit confused and blur. Okay, don't worry, attend for a second time. Okay, but if you already attend for several times and you kind of like feel comfortable to trade on pullback, especially the patterns that Sifufu show, okay, I think no problems. Okay, like one of the method, you know, seven down bar pullback. Okay, if you think that it's okay using VF, you can apply. Okay, but for new members, okay, or new traders, follow the trend overall. I think that's the best one for you to start with. Okay, we want to trade something is in uptrend, not downtrend, even though maybe they got a reverse inverse pullback. All right, so okay, now let's start with this first. Okay, today we start something with very basic and boring. Okay, don't worry, we slowly go into deeper next week. Okay, but your system have to set correctly first. Okay, because I think there are a few things that sometimes member will set wrongly. First of all, okay, doesn't matter you are using the free account, pro account, for me doesn't matter, because again, free account, TradingView free account, you can add up to 3 indicators. For me, if let's say you are not intraday traders, if you are doing something in daily chart, I think the 3 indicators should be fine for you. Okay, if you want to ask me, the main difference between the paid and free account for me, okay, I think the most annoying part is the advertisement. Okay, of course, I'm using the live data, so that's why I need to upgrade, and the number of alerts. Okay, but if you think that I'm not the active one, okay, I only use to check my mid to long term portfolios. Okay, like I think some members do. Okay, I think you don't need to upgrade. Okay, the free account should be sufficient for you to use it. So total number of indicators can add up to 3, but mainly we use 2. Okay, personally I use 2. Of course, the first is the Pentagon guider. Okay, and the SOS SOW. Okay, so make sure you set this correctly into your chart. Okay, and of course for futures market, you have to switch to non-stocks. Okay, non-stock SOSW, non-stocks Pentagon guider. So there's 2 different indicators for Pentagon and 2 different indicators for SOSW. Okay, so maybe let me just show you using the chart over here. Okay, so again, let me erase and just erase here. Okay, again, go to this FS indicators. Okay, environment script. Okay, so just ignore all this because some of this actually is for our purpose to do some trade testing. Okay, so you should be able to get this. The first one, TradeVSA Screeners Guide version 1.0. Okay, so click on the name. Okay, click on the name to add into your chart. And the next one is this. Okay, SOSW 1002. Okay, so this is non-stock is for futures market. Okay, so mainly I only use 2 type of indicators. Okay, 2 type of indicators. Of course, volume they don't really consider as indicators. Okay, so you still got 1 indicator for you to use. Okay, depending what type of indicator you use, normally you can add separately. Okay, so again, other indicators such as volume. So remember, volume you can actually add on your own. Okay, so if let's say for example you accidentally deleted the volume, okay, click here FX. Okay, on the search bar, just search volume. Okay, just search volume. Go to built-in. Okay, built-in, which means they are indicators. Okay, under the trading view. Okay, by default. Okay, so you just click volume. Okay, so you should be able to see the volume at the bottom. Okay, and how you're going to split into 2 panels. Okay, so you just two way you can do it. Okay, either is that you go to this the setting areas over here under volume indicators. Okay, hopefully you can see this. Let me just mark this up. Okay, around here. Okay, I should use this. Okay, so you go here. Okay, here got volumes, right? So you just point your mouse. Okay, let me erase, sorry. Okay, you just point your mouse, go to these three buttons, the settings. Okay, move new pen below. Oh, sorry, it's below. Okay, so this is how actually you split, okay, between chart and the volume. Okay, usually I like to split out, because when it's split, my chart tends to become cleaner and nicer. Okay, of course you can hide the name of these indicators over here. You should like to hide it because less text. Okay, if not, it's kind of like very messy somewhere around here. So I just hide it off. Okay, so my chart become cleaner. Okay, so again, normally I only use two indicators: Pentagon, SOSW, volume. Okay, if needed to, I will use VF. Okay, I will use it. Of course, some of the members if you have the VF ready, okay, if you have the VF ready, then you can add VF. Okay, so total is 3. And please show again. Sorry, what do you mean by show again? And which part? VF is for those indicators that can be accessed by our masterclass student. Volume flow. Okay, there's indicators by our Sifu Fu to do pullback and reversal. Okay, what's the digit on the indicators? Okay, the digit actually here is no need to worry about the digit, because this is like a indicators. Okay, because indicator, they need to set some volume in TradingView, so we put it as 0 because the indicator doesn't give you any value. Okay, so just ignore the 0 things. Okay, LCUT. Okay, LCUT, so go to here, FX. Okay, so this is the one. Oh, sorry, you click indicators right now, you need to go to invite on the script. Okay, invite on the script. So okay, now some member again, they ask me, Zach, I cannot access, okay, because it show lock. Okay, now the lock symbol or icon, it's not mean that we lock it up. Sorry, it means that we lock it up, but doesn't mean that we lock you out. Okay, so as long as the indicators, okay, as long as the indicators is under invite on the script, which means you can access the indicators. Okay, you can access the indicators. Okay, just that the symbol lock here, which means that public cannot access. Okay, only those have been given the access can only use it. Okay, so for SOSW here, VSA trade SOSW system 1002. Okay, let me mark it down. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so this one non-stock is for the futures market. So if you do something like SCPO, or maybe like the index, okay, or maybe like crude oil, okay, you can use the non-stocks SOSW. All right. Okay, crypto can use non-stock. So yes, I think crypto should use non-stock, but to be frank with you, Tang, right? So we haven't really tested the crypto market yet. Okay, we haven't really tested, but I think previously there are a few members actually they share with me. Okay, they use NS Pentagon in I think 3 or 5 minute chart. I think they say that is worked quite well. Okay, but personally for me and Sifu Alif, Coach Alif, we haven't really tested crypto yet. Okay, I think Alif currently use it more in SCPO, could also be. Okay, now the next thing is that make sure you change to candles. Okay, make sure you change to candles. Okay, because some members probably sometimes you change different chart. Okay, like for example, this is the one. Okay, just right beside of this time frame. Okay, this is the candles. Okay, you click here, make sure you choose candle. Okay, so that you will see the candlestick, right? So if not, sometimes let's say you choose Heiken Aishi. Okay, the candles will be different and the indicator will be different too. The signal will be different too. Okay, because our indicators, okay, the SOSW, it actually detect the overall open, high, low, close. Okay, so let's say you change to Heiken Aishi or other indicators, it will be different. Okay, so make sure you change to candles because our indicators is mainly for candlestick. Okay, so the time frame on the left hand side, you can actually set it to like for example by putting the star button. Okay, example here, there's one small arrow, right? You just click the arrow, you should be able to see this drop down list. Okay, so if you untick or just close the favorite buttons, you can notice that the short key here is getting lesser. Okay, so usually I just like to put my hourly 4-hour daily and weekly chart. Okay, because this is a few time frame that I'm looking into. Okay, so by using this short key, I'll be able to click it immediately. Okay, so there's a few quick settings. Okay, now this is okay, this two actually very often member didn't really adjust it. Okay, so for me, I would like to adjust, okay, the data after the dividend, okay, because this is giving me more accuracy. Okay, so example, I need to look for a stock with dividends, maybe Inari. Okay, let's try Inari. I think they give dividends. Yes. Okay, what you do is that you right click, okay, just point your mouse on a chart, right click, okay, go to setting. Okay, let me hide this first. Okay, so under setting, you go to symbol. Okay, so under symbol, you should be able to see here adjust data for dividend. Okay, so like I said, usually I'll tick it because I want to see the current price match with the previous price. Okay, so they adjust it. I want to see where is the current price at previous support or not. Is the current price at the previous resistance or not? Okay, so let's say I didn't adjust. Okay, some of the this is still okay, not so obvious. Some of the chart, like they will have like a gap up and gap down, so causing the price got different between the current support and the previous support. Okay, so most of the time I will just adjust it. Okay, let's try TFP. I think TFP previously have one. Is it TFP? Lei Hong. I forgot which counter it is. Okay, so some of the counter, let's say they got dividend. Okay, example like here. Okay, I think they will cause something like a gap, something like that. Okay, some is like a very big gap. Okay, so that's why I don't really like it. So what I do is that I just adjust it. Okay, adjust data here. So actually the gap, if you notice, they just disappear. Okay, so at least from here I know that okay, is the support currently still supported or not, or is still holding back or not. Okay, so let's say sometimes there's one gap up or gap down, it's a bit difficult to tell. Okay, is the current price still above the support or not? Okay, so that's why I like to adjust it. Okay, now the other thing also, I think most of the members, you all didn't really adjust, okay, is that extended hour in intraday chart. Okay, just before I proceed, so far you all still can follow. What is the special and difference between stock and non-stock algo perspective? I'm referring to indicators. Okay, I think in terms of the volume, because this is to answer KS Tan. So I think it's in terms of volume, because if you notice SCPO volume, I mean some of the futures market volume, like for example the crude oil, soybean, some of the trading hour they are not so active. Some of them they are come with some hour they come with more active volume. Okay, so I think Martin actually adjusts it to be more sensitive. Okay, so they actually can pick up the signals. Okay, so I mean for more details, I think I need to check out with Martin also, because he's the one that building this formula everything. Okay, now before I proceed to this intraday chart, everyone still can follow. Okay, tab one for me, you all can follow. Okay, so make sure you all adjust the data, okay, for dividends, so that you can get the latest price, okay, compared to pure support. Okay, still can follow, right? Okay, the next thing is that remove the extended hour. Okay, remove the extended hour from your intraday chart. Okay, so if you notice, let me click over here again, just point your mouse, okay, to the chart, right click, go to setting. Okay, okay, go to setting, and you will notice here, okay, there's one column just below adjust data for dividends. Okay, there's one called extended hour. Okay, intraday only. So if you click this, okay, which means your intraday chart will include the extended hour. Okay, I think you will see a difference, right? My chart currently got the yellow colors, okay, highlights. Okay, so let me go to Inari, okay, because the chart comes with more volume. Okay, so you can see better. So if you realize that my chart currently comes with these yellow highlighted columns, right? So this is the extended hours. Okay, so this is the extended hours. And if you point your mouse to these highlighted columns, okay, if you realize my bottom, okay, here, okay, my bottom, it actually start at 8:30. Okay, it start at 8:30. So of course for US market side, most of the time they trade on pre-markets. Okay, but for KRSC, I just want to see the real transaction volume at 9 AM. Okay, so that's why I don't want to include the 8:30 inside. Okay, so what you do is that this one you have to turn into intraday chart. If let's say you turn to daily chart, okay, example, I'm using daily chart right now. You go to setting, okay, you under symbol, okay, under symbol, right? You scroll down. The external hour actually it will be hide. Okay, you won't able to click because your chart currently is daily chart. Okay, you have to go into intraday chart. Only you can change it. Okay, what it means by intraday chart, any chart that below 1 hour, below daily time frame. It can be 4 hours, it can be 2 hours, it can be 1 minute, it can be 1 hour. Okay, so here, right click again, go to settings, under symbol, scroll down, remove the external hour. So your chart will be cleaner. And again, if you point your mouse, okay, over here, if you notice, this hour here already turns to 9 a.m. instead of 8:30. Okay, you can follow. Okay, type 1 if you can follow. Type 1. Okay, so make sure you're also, if let's say some of you are trading using hourly chart, make sure you remove the external hours. Okay, so your chart, the data, the volume is cleaner. Okay. All right. So if you got questions, let me know also, so I can stop there. Okay. Now a few things also. This is some of the symbol that are available in TradingView. Okay. Now this symbol actually is not created by TradeVSA, because some member asked me, Zach, what is this symbol? Why you create this? Okay, it's not created by us. Okay, but it's created by TradingView itself. Okay, so this is E representing earning days. Okay, earning date. But of course, the date sometimes will be slightly different. Okay, maybe like few days different. Okay, and this is D representing dividend. Okay, so sometimes you will see a S as well. Okay, I don't think you can see over here in Inari. So S is means split. Okay, I think some camp got. Okay, so here, yeah, this is split. Okay, this is earning. Okay, I think today is the earnings. Okay, and this is the dividends. Okay, so you can see the information over here. All right, so there's a few things that you need to set up correctly, okay, in your trading view, okay, before we want to start. Okay, so let me know any questions regarding trading view. Okay, how to add indicators, how to remove indicators, all these things. Okay, if not, I'm going to go to the screener. Yes, split, which means the stock split, correct. Okay, split, which means split. Okay, like for example, here, if I go to this sum champ, right? If I point my mouse, click, split 201. Okay, so here actually it tells you that, okay, previously here, this is the area that actually they got some split share previously. Okay, or maybe reverse split. I think previously, like what stock already? Viva.com. Is it? Oh no, Viva.com. What's the name already? I forgot. Okay, never mind, just play around. Just click here, you should be able to get the information. All right, Lambo. Okay, Lambo, let's try. Here. Okay, I think this is a reverse split, right? Okay, so you can actually check out the information from here. Okay, any other questions regarding TradingView settings? Okay, before I go to the screener. Okay, so far still can follow, right? Okay, so now I go to screener then. Okay, I go to screener. Okay, so TradeVSA Screener. Okay, now make sure your TradingView everything set correctly. Okay, then the next thing is that how to look for stock ideas. Okay, by using our screeners there. Okay, now a few things also from the chart. Okay, before I go to screener. So again, few things is very important. Okay, Pentagon guidance. Okay, it got 3 different type of colors. Okay, green, red, orange. Okay, I think green and red is kind of straightforward. Green, potential bullish sign. Red, potential bearish sign. Okay, what it means by orange? Okay, there's the things that people most of the new members will confuse. Okay, orange is actually for the futures market. Okay, for the futures market. So for example, if you are trading for daily chart long term, okay, rather than 5-minute, 15-minute chart, you actually can try to use the pentagon. Okay, which means you short using red pentagon, you exit using orange pentagon. Okay, you can do it this way. So of course the trend zone also will change. Okay, bullish trend zone, which is the light blue color on the background. The bearish trend zone, the orange background, okay, the light orange background. Okay, so whenever green pentagons appears, right, the trend zones, bullish trend zone will come along together. Okay, when reds appears, okay, it will turns to orange. Okay, it turns to orange. So 4 different types of sound strength. We got LC, spring, no supply, test. Okay, 3 different types of sound weakness. Sell off, uptrust, no demand. Okay, so this one, don't worry, I will go through in details by next week. Okay, again, I'll go through all these 4 and all these 7 sound strength, sound weakness. Okay, so moving average as well, the gray color line, okay, the gray color line representing 20 MA, the purple color line representing 40 MA. Okay, so next week also I will go into details how we're going to use the moving average to look for a trend, okay, or to look for the entry with sound strength. Okay, so these are a few things that we will look into next week. Okay, today just want to understand what is available in TradingView. You set the chart correctly, you go to screener. Okay, then next week we will do something more details. Okay, so again, just some example, pentagon guided and trend zone. Okay, so whenever the green is here, okay, green pentagon appears, the bullish trend zone will change to blue colors. Okay, which means that over this area is considered bullish. Okay, is considered bullish. So sometimes in my comment I will say that trade NS with green pentagon. Okay, doesn't mean that like for example this spring doesn't mean that this spring here the bottom have to have 1 green pentagons. Okay, so if let's say the background already come with green pentagon, okay, it won't appear again, okay, until the red pentagon turns. Okay, so whenever we say trade sound strength with green pentagon, this is what I mean. Okay, which means the background have to be in blue. It must come with a green pentagon at least. All right, so whenever red pentagon turns, okay, the bearish sign will also appear. Okay, so the colors of the background turns to orange. Okay, so this is telling you that the trend is weakening. Okay, or maybe sideways. Okay, example here, sideways, a bit sideways before they continue on the trend again. Okay, so this is what it means. Okay, so red pentagon appears, the background change. Okay, until the green turns, the background change. All right, so straightforward for this. Okay, so again, just a reminder, orange pentagon. Okay, orange pentagon, okay, is for member that focus in futures market. If let's say you're focusing in mid to long term by using hour chart or daily chart. Okay, in this case, for example, okay, this is great tech, as assuming this is a SCPO chart. Okay, so daily chart, it turns to red, probably some of you might short. Okay, so this is a bar that you want to exit, okay, or maybe cut loss, okay, in this case. Okay, so the green colors pointing up, okay, the green color here pointing up the triangle, okay, representing sound strength. Okay, the reds pointing down is sound weakness. Okay, so again, don't worry first about the sign. Just remember the red panels down is potential weakness. The one pointing up is hidden potential buying is sound strength. Okay, so next week we go into more details. Okay, how to read each of these signs. Okay, again, for those that who attend the masterclass, should be no problem for you. Okay, to read the sign. Okay, so this is also another things that play an important role. Okay, to look into trade setups. Okay, moving average. Okay, so the purple colors is 40 MA. Okay, in TradeVSA here, using the pentagons. The gray colors is the 20 MA. Okay, again, for those that who are new in trading, okay, if you still have difficulties to identify, okay, the trend of the stocks, okay, you can use the 20/40 MA. So let's say the 20 is at the top, 40 is at the bottom, okay, which means the highest number at the bottom, the smallest number at the top, okay, which means this is uptrending. Okay, if let's say the 40 at the top, 20 at the bottoms, this is downtrending. Okay, so you can use this, okay, to try to check the overall trend for the particular stocks. Okay, so again, next week we go into detail how to use this 20/40 more effectively. Okay, so any questions so far? that actually what algo calls the red pentagon to red pentagons? Okay, I can say that green pentagons usually will turn. Okay, this is to answer Cynthia questions before I move to moving average. Okay, to answer Cynthia questions, green pentagon will turn once the system detect unusual volume, okay, which means increases volume compared to a few days ago. I don't know how many days because again, this is formula set by my Sifu Martin, and you have to be upbar. Okay, which means that similar one for those that who know about effort bar, similar like effort bar, which means they are trying to buy more in the certain areas. Okay, which means it will detect unusual volume up bar. Okay, potentially there is a chance for them to make a reversal or follow through. Okay, so it will turns. So red pentagon as well, it will turns once it become a down bar. Okay, volume also increase compared to a few bars ago, and it try to break below a certain point, okay, or support level. So it will just alert you to tell you that okay, the trend might be weakening moving forwards. Okay, so this is how actually the red and green pentagon returns. But again, next week, there's one section I'll talk about the green and red pentagon and how you're going to use it in a correct way. Okay, is this as simple green buy red sell? Okay, again, let's say Praveen, you are like totally new to TradeVSA system or VSA, follow the red and green first. Okay, follow the green the green pentagon and the red pentagon first. So slowly later on, you only combine it with sign of strength to trade. Okay, like personal for me, I like to combine NS, okay, with green pentagon, pullback, okay, maybe sometimes with green pentagon, or COC with green pentagons. Of course, some of them will call in masterclass. So for new members or new traders, follow the green color first. Okay, so once you feel comfortable, you understand how the trend works, okay, market stages work, then only you go into combination or setup, okay, which is next Saturday I'll talk more about it. All right, hopefully I answer your questions, Praveen. Okay, what signal appear after GP? After green pentagons, what signal will appear? It actually depends on the candles, Mr. Chu. Okay, it actually depends on the formation of the chart. Okay, so sometimes it's SP, sometimes NS. Okay, but what more important for me is that after GP already, is there any subsequent sign of strength or not in the particular chart for me to look for a entry? Okay, so for entry, don't worry, I will go through against next week in more details. Okay, so okay, now let's talk about moving average. Okay, moving average actually is indicators, okay, to help you to smooth out the noise from the short-term fluctuation. Okay, so for me, moving average 2040 is not an indicator for me to purely use to buy and sell, but this is the area for me to check is there any sound strength or not. Okay, so for example, just using this period chart over here, grad tech, okay, example like here. So sometimes in these areas, right, it's a bit difficult to tell. Okay, is this stock in downtrend or is this stock in uptrend? Is this stock in downtrend? Okay, so if you use 2040s, so directly you can know, okay, this stock actually long term still in uptrend. Okay, of course until here it break. Okay, so actually this is the reason why it says that 2040 or moving average, it helps to smoothen out the short-term fluctuation. Okay, again, very important thing is that I don't really use the 2040 as my indicator for me to enter. Okay, but I use it more to check is there any sound strength, because of course we do a lot of back testing, okay, using different type of moving average. In the end we find 2040 is the better one. Okay, 2040 actually, if you realize, most of the time when smart money try to pull back to certain areas, especially 20 areas, if the momentum is still good, okay, they will have some sound strength coming in. Okay, so again, sound strength representing hidden potential buying. Okay, example here, close to 2040s, close to 2040s. Okay, it will have some sort like a sign, okay, to tell us that okay, someone is supporting around the areas. Maybe likely the trend will be continue again. All right, so for now, remember that for 2040s, you can use this as your support. Okay, use this as your support. Okay, so smart money may reveal the hidden potential buying or selling at the moving average line. Okay, at the moving average line. So again, let's go back to the first chart that we talked about. Okay, let's go back to the first chart over here. Okay, so this is 2040s, right? So this is 20 at the top. Okay, let me put my pens up. Okay, so this is 20 at the top, 40 at the bottoms. So this is uptrend. Okay, until it break here. Okay, going into downtrend. This is 40 at the top, 20 at the bottoms, right? So each time, if you realize the chart hit 2040s, it show weakness. It show weakness. Okay, so the chart continue to go into downtrend. Okay, so just opposite with uptrend. Okay, if I go back to this chart, okay, opposite with uptrend, sorry, opposite with downtrend earlier on. Okay, so when the chart is uptrend, this is the area that sometimes smart money will show sound strength. Okay, it will show sound strength. Of course, here it failed. Okay, but this is the area for me to look for a low risk entry. Okay, with sound strength. Okay, everyone can follow so far. Type A, if you can follow. Type B, you cannot follow. Okay, type A you can follow, type B you can follow. All right. Okay, good. Okay, let's continue from here. Okay, so in order to identify trend, okay, a few things just remember right now. Okay, so 20 above 40 uptrend. Okay, just like the graph earlier on. If let's say downtrend is 40 above 20, okay, just like the D on it, okay, it's in downtrend. Now, what if 2040 is like, keep crossing with each other, just like very narrow and close with each other, okay, so which means this is a sideways market, okay, probably it's an accumulation or reaccumulation, okay, so it's a trendless market for the stocks. So again, if let's say some of the new members here, if you not sure how to identify the trend overall, okay, use the 2040 to help you out first, okay, because 2040 actually is lagging, to be frank. That's why I don't use it for my entry, but at least it helps you to check overall trend for the particular stocks. Okay, now let's go to the screener. Okay, also very important to how to use the screener so that it can pick stocks more easily and effectively. Okay, so 3 columns actually come with the colors. Of course, currently Martin, me and Coach Ali, we are trying to build more features under the screener. Okay, one of the things that I think Sifu Martin also got mentioned already, we're going to add sectors, okay, inside the screener. Like for example, these stocks, whether the sector is bullish or not, or is it in green pentagons or not. Okay, so with this, actually you can actually trade along with the momentum sectors. Okay, so this is a few things that actually we're trying to build right now. Okay, so for now, 3 information you need to remember. Okay, the name, ST, LT. Okay, now let's start with the name first. Okay, the name color here actually is representing hit zone. Okay, the hit zone actually is the indicator we actually use. Okay, you can access to the hit zone indicator also, but nowadays we rarely use it because we got pentagons already. So hit zone actually is to detect the long-term trend. Okay, so let's say green, which means it's a bullish hit zone, red is bear hit zone. Okay, of course it coupled with the ATL stop loss too. So okay, let me show you using real chart. Okay, let's go to Inari maybe. Okay, so this is Inari. Okay, okay, now this is hit zone. Okay, just turn on. Okay, now I try to add for you all. So go to FX. This is indicator and strategy. Go to invite on the script. I think the hit zone is at the last. Yes, the last indicator, hit zone and ATL stop loss. Okay, you just click. So of course, when you use the hit zone indicators, please hide the green pentagons. Okay, please hide the green pentagon. So if not, the background actually will like overlay with each other and causing different type of colors, and it's a bit confusing, right? So okay, now hit zone actually is try to smoother out further, okay, on the particular trend. Okay, so like for example here, if you realize here is the long-term uptrend. okay, until some a bigger pullbacks, okay, it turns to red and it turns to uptrend, minor one turns to uptrend. Okay, so if let's say you notice that the red, green keep appearing, which means they're in sideways. Okay, they're in sideways, long-term sideways right now. Okay, so if you switch back to the green pentagon, okay, let me hide the hit zone. Okay, so if you notice, here got more sell signals, okay, because the stock is doing a short-term pullback. Okay, like for example here, like for example here. So in other words, okay, pentagons aim for short-term tradings, okay, which means maybe like 2-3 weeks. Okay, if let's say the stock is healthy, okay, it's in a strong trend, we try to enter when it pullback completed, okay, around the areas. But hit zone is try to remove all the minor pullback, okay, and right along with the trend. Okay, so in our screener here, okay, let's go back to screener. Okay, in our screener here, the name, the color of the name representing the hit zone. Okay, if let's say A port, okay, this is I think I picked up from last year, this screener. So let's say, for example, A port, okay, is in red, which means long term they are in downtrend. Okay, long term they're in downtrend. So let's say this counter here, Anzo, is in green. So which means looking into a bigger picture or long term, they are in uptrend. Okay, so this screen actually I picked up from last year. It doesn't mean that it's now. Okay, the price is in this zone right now. I'm gonna show some example later on. Okay, does the hit zone change always start with the green pentagon change? No, not really. Again, hit zone and pentagon, they won't follow each other. Okay, hit zone looking more in terms of long term, pentagon short terms. Okay, pentagon short terms. So okay, so again, this is just example of A port. Okay, some of the example I showed you earlier on. So if you notice, let's go back to here. Okay, A ports. Okay, I think I picked up this somewhere around last year. I didn't change the screener yet, the slides yet. So here, Oro is in bearish. Okay, so sometimes what I do is that if I go through my screener, sometime in a day, you look into Pentagon NS, LC, Spring Screener, you have easily more than 100 counters, right? So what I do is that I will focus something is in green hit zone first rather than the red hit zone, because I know red hit zone most of the time they are still in long-term downtrend. Okay, they are still in long-term downtrend. So I only want to trade something is in at least sideways accumulation or they are in uptrend already. Okay. So okay, now few things. Okay, probably let me answer some questions before I move on. What are the trend lines in years? Or what the trend line in hit zone? Okay, the trend line in hit zone is the 50 and 200 day. Okay, I believe Lina, you are referring to this line, right? Okay. I believe you are referring to this gray and purple line, am I right? Okay, if yes, the gray line is 50 MA, the purple line is 200 MA. Okay, so for answer example, the hit zone is green, but LT column is red. Okay, good question. Okay, I'll answer you later on that part. Okay, KS. So again, in the screener, there's a lot of things that you can get. Okay, the information. Okay, maybe just answer KS first before I move on. Okay, example, right? Okay, maybe just like KS mentioned. Okay, now this is in green, ST is in green. Okay, but why LT still in red? Okay, so remember ST representing the 50 MA. Okay, LT representing the 200 MA. Okay, so maybe this is telling me that okay, the Anzo PLC is in downtrend. Okay, but they are slowly coming back. Okay, they are slowly coming back. That's why the hit zone turns to green, and they cross the 50 MA, but haven't crossed the 200 MA yet. Okay, so potentially they are doing something like a reversal. Okay, they are doing something like a reversal. Okay, so this is some of the information. Sometimes I will focus. Okay, is what is the information that I can get from the screeners there. Okay, now let's go to the 50 and 200 MA. Okay, so ST in the screener representing the 50 MA and LT representing the 200 MA. Okay, now the percentage over here is not your it's not your profit targets. Okay, because I still remember there's one member asked me, he said, hey, Zach, example, Zach, Anzu 36%. Okay, which means short time I can get 36%. No, okay, no. The percentage means is that how far the price is trading away, okay, from the moving average. Okay, example, in this case here, airport, okay, ST is negative 13%, okay, which means that the price is trading below 13% from 50 MA. And 34% means that the price is trading below 34% from the 200 MA. Okay, again, this is telling you that the stock is super bearish. Okay, if the stocks is already, like for example, okay, Bar West, example, this is WA. Okay, so this is in green. ST, okay, it's above 9%. They are trading 9% above 50 MA, and it's very close with 200 MA. Okay, so this is telling me that, okay, maybe the stock is already, coming back to do an accumulation. Okay, something like that. That's why I always focus on green color first, and followed by purple colors. Okay, if purple, okay, some of the purple color, if you realize, okay, some of the numbers, there will be like 200%. Okay, now this type usually I will avoid as well, as long as it is above 100%. Okay, most of the time I will try to avoid, because why? This is representing the stock is having a very good momentum. Okay, and usually if let's say the stock having a very good momentum, like for example, keep LC for 3 days already, what happens? Okay, most of the time we'll have maybe pump and dump, okay, or maybe an immediate pullback distribution. Okay, so this one I'll be more careful. So usually I like to pick something that I think 50% is still okay, right? 50%. Of course, green color, sometimes the digit will be lesser, but if let's say purple color, I'll pick somewhere around like 50%. Okay, if let's say I have to choose like 100, 150%, that one I'll need to be extra careful. Okay, because the stocks maybe go into a strong momentum and it might make a big pullback or distributions very, very soon. Okay, so again, for new member, like I said, this tutorial or this series here today that I do is mainly and purely for new members and traders. So if you just started to learn trading or use our tools over here, try to pick something from green color first, or if you want to pick something for purple below 50%, okay, I think it's fine. All right, just want to go through here. Again, red colors, downtrend, bearish. Green colors is a likely setup accumulation. Okay, sorry about this. Okay, this is purple. Purple is momentum, uptrend. Okay, strong uptrend. Okay, so be careful on pullbacks. All right. So again, just a quick example. Okay, ST, if ST 10%, what it means, okay, which means the price is trading 10% above 50 MX. If negative 15%, what it means, okay, it means the price is trading below 50% from the 200 MA. Okay, so this is the information that you can get, okay, from the screen over here. Okay, so example, again, we go back to airport, negative 13%, negative 34%, okay, over here. So if you pick up from a screener, like for example today here, okay, airport, which means here to here is negative 13%. Okay, here to here is negative 34%. Okay, so immediately from the screener, this is a downtrending counters. Okay, and some of you might be asking, okay, I can't get a lot of this kind of questions also from our members. Okay, why the screener focus 50 and 200 MA, but the Pentagon focus 20 and 40 MA? Okay, now the reason why is simple, because in the screener, if you realize, even the hit zone that we use, okay, for this name, right, it's not Pentagons, right, it's hit zone, focusing in long term as well, which means we are looking in the bigger picture. So this screener here, technically we are looking into a bigger pictures. Okay, so which means that in the specific time periods, like for example, maybe you look into 9 months, maybe to 12 months, okay, 1 year, the chart have to be in at least accumulation or uptrend. Okay, then we use Pentagon to detect is there any good buy entry or not in between. Okay, if the stock is like this, which means for the 6 month, 9 month, 12 months ago, they already like this. Okay, so even though sometimes got green parent in between, we don't want to trade. Okay, you all understand how the screener works so far? Okay, let me answer some questions. How many percentage will be considered as purple? I think if not mistaken, it's above 15%. It will turn to purple. So from -5 to 15%, you still consider green. After 15%, it will turn to purple. Okay, if looking at screener, is it the same to set up in TradingView with heat zone? Yes, it's the same. It's the same. So that's why I don't use heat zone anymore, Praveen. So I will just look into a screener. I know already, okay, this stock is in bullish heat zone or bearish heat zone. So that's why I don't use heat zone. Okay, I use my screener to check for me. Okay, any other questions regarding the screener? You all understand better, okay, especially those new members just joined us recently. Okay, type 1 if you're okay. Type 2 still confused and don't know how to use. Okay, let me know. Okay, being still a bit confused. Okay, don't worry, being. Later on this recording, you watch again. If you still got problems, let me know. Okay, let me know. So I'll try to see whether how can I help you out, or maybe do another section with this again. Okay, how about this? Okay, now is what time? Okay, about 2 p.m. Okay, like I said, I just try to keep this very short so that you can focus back to the market. Okay, we do 1 or 2 stocks using screener. Okay, we do 1 or 2 stocks. Okay, just a very quick one. Let me go through the screener here. Okay, so some members maybe sometimes they say that, hey, Zach, why my dashboard turn to free account? Okay, because due to the cage, okay, sometimes your screener will turn to free account. But don't worry about that. Okay, you just text me, let me know your screener has turned to free. Okay, I will help you to upgrade back. Okay, but usually I think the first login you have this issue, but after that don't have the issue anymore. Okay, let's go to, maybe I'll use green paragon. Okay, since like we talk about green paragons, right? I will use green paragons to help me out. Okay, to look for stock ideas. Now this is 18 August. Okay, against our screener will updates daily basis. Will be completely updated around like 10:15. Okay, so best is that you check around like 10:15. So okay, what I do is that I will usually sort. Okay, I will usually sort from LT, okay, to highest to the bottom. Okay, so I know how to focus properly by using what stock is above the 200 MA. Okay, example here. Okay, so seems like Jackson is weakening already. Okay, turns to red hit zone, but ST, LT still okay. They are still above the support line. Okay, again, what it tells you? Okay, it tells you that maybe they have a big drop recently. Okay, but it's still like sideways. Okay, it's still like sideways. Okay, so trend is weakening, but it's still above support. Okay, maybe I look for something is this one also seems like everything is in green. Okay, seems like they are doing some good prices at the prices at support level. Okay, let's go to MFCB. I haven't checked FMCB for quite some times. This is mega first. Okay, long-term accumulation. Okay, long-term accumulation. So yep, if for some member, okay, if you like to trade something is safer, okay, accumulation, okay, you can use the green color coded. Okay, but again, it's a bit boring, to be frank, but at least the accumulation is good. Okay, I'm not so sure, but I think they are forming like a VCP lah. Okay, let's look into weekly chart. If let's say for those looking into long term, next week also I will share with you how I use the weekly, daily, hourly too. Okay, so here we got NSSP, but of course now it's in red pentagon. Maybe for those looking for long term, you can wait for the green pentagon in weekly chart. Okay, so if not, daily here also start to show green already. You can buy and hold during this accumulation period. Okay, we got one Alice holding nicely at the 2040s. Okay, remember just now we talked about 2040s. Okay, now let's go for one that is in red. Okay, like for example, this is Prolexus. Okay, previously I was looking into discounted as well. Okay, the hit zone rate, okay, below 14% of 50 MA, below 27% of 200 MA. Okay, so let's look into Prolexus. Okay, like this. Okay, So immediately, okay, from the screener, I know that this is a downtrend stocks. Okay, so like I said, sometimes in my screener here, if let's say you're hardworking, I encourage you to go back to past 5 days or 10 days ago. So sometimes you need to read like a day, you need to read like 100, 200 over stocks. So this is how actually I try to remove further, okay, some of the stocks that, I don't want to read. Okay, like for example, any things that below 5 or 10%, I just avoid first. Okay, I look for something that a little bit green. Okay, maybe like let's try MBL. I haven't checked MBL for quite some time still. MBL. But this is illiquid lah. Look for something liquid. Okay, look for something liquid. Okay, if not, it's okay. Let's go to maybe NS. Okay, let's go to NS. Okay, NS got no much selection also. Okay, again, just sort first. Okay, Sedania. Okay, so seems like they are making a big drop also recently. Okay, after some momentums of LT. Okay, but they come back up yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now this one seems like a bit healthy for me. At least the stock is in green. The SD in green. The purple is okay. It's not 100%. It's 18%. Okay, so seems like they are more stable. Okay, moving in a sideways direction, something like that. Okay, in a narrow range. Okay, so Tasco. Okay, so still like sideways. I think we talked about this also yesterday during the masterclass section. Okay, so this is usually how I pick my stock, okay, by using the screener. By looking over here, okay, immediately I know already this one I'm not keen and interested. Okay, this one I'm not keen and interested, even though there's NS. Okay, let's go to Supermax. Okay, let's go to Supermax. Again, I'm not referring to fundamental analysis, okay, because I think when I talk about Supermax, a lot of people will argue with me. But this is, very good value counters, undervalue counters, something like that. Okay, today we focus on technicals. Okay, not FA. Okay, so let's say I'm looking purely FA downtrend. Okay, downtrend. All right. So if I'm looking into Tasco, okay, this one is uptrend with sideways. Okay, again, remember on the 2040s moving average, uptrend. Okay, when the 2040 keep crossing with each other, which means this is a sideways accumulation. Okay, maybe they are doing another round of accumulation before they want to continue again. All right, so okay, let's see any other questions before we close. Okay, can you demonstrate an example using data Sonic you showed just now using latest price? I don't have it, but curious how to decide to enter a specific share using MA and SOS. Okay, and how to TP and cut loss. Nabi, are you referring to the entry strategies? Am I right? How to enter, how to exit? Am I right? Just want to ensure I can answer you this correctly. Okay, now for me, let's look into okay, I think MFlex give a very good example. Okay, so okay, now over here, okay, over here, what is the trend for MFlex? Uptrend, downtrend? Uptrend or downtrend? Yes, it's a downtrend, right? So even though like downtrend, but sometimes got this kind of up bars, right? So for me, this is not a buy entry. Okay, this is not a buy entry because uptrend, downtrend sure will pull back. Okay, in this case is downtrend with some pullback to the top, right? So if this happen, okay, I think it's nicer because few things. Okay, green pentagon cross 2040. Remember just now we talked about how 2040 serve as a resistance, right? If let's say downtrend, right, serve as resistance. So when they break, they should serve as a support. Okay, and it should be tested well around here. Now this is an area that you want to look for. What? Look for sign of strength. Okay, I think the best example that I can spot so far, I think this is JAG. Okay, notice here it crossed. Okay, now let me erase and start over again. When it dropped below 2040s, where let's say it hits, serve as resistance, it dropped here, hit again. Okay, sideways cross. Okay, Now, when they cross, this is the area that I want to look for entry. Okay, because sometimes if I enter here, I don't know, maybe the price will go down lower because overall still in downtrend. I cannot confirm that. It will change. So whenever it change already, this is the area that I want to look for what? Look for sign of strength. Okay, maybe here also got one test. Okay, this is the area I look for sign of strength. Now the other day I entered for opcon. Okay, of course now I accelerated just make a small profits. Okay, so here I'm not interested to participate. Okay, here drop, try to cross but fail again. Realize the 2040 serve as a resistance. Okay, so I don't want to participate, I don't want to enter. Okay, here, even though here got like an NS, right? So I don't want to trade as well. Okay, because I'm afraid they'll continue downtrend again. But when they cross, retest. Okay, now this is the area that it changed the trend, break above 2040s, sign of strength. Now this is the area that I'm interested to look for the entry. Okay, so hopefully I answer your question, Nabi. Okay, revenue got NS near 2040s today. Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. Not bad. Actually, like I said, revenue got the alpha bar already. Just need some time to do a little bit of push. Okay. What is the stock got NS? MSC, if I can recall correctly. Just now I checked there's one. Okay, sorry. MSC Malaysia. Oh, it failed to form an NS. I think it's MSC or is it Taan? I forgot already. Taan also volume increasing. So okay, realize here, few things. Okay, it dropped 2040s. Cross. This is the area that you want to see low volume. Okay, of course, sometimes it comes with sign of strength. Sometimes it comes with different type of setups. Okay, but today we focus, like I said, because this section here is for new members or new traders. Focus something is easy to recognize. Okay, focus something is easy to recognize. Okay, we recognize the sound strength. If no sound strength, move to other stocks. Okay, so this one I think okay, just want to do a little bit of advanced techniques. Okay, remember the gaps serve as a support resistance. So realize this Taan actually cross gap already. Okay, cross gap, and today volume start to increase. Okay, I think got chance to retest on the previous resistance. Okay, similar like MeTech. I think MeTech, they are still around the gaps area. Okay, I'm still holding some for MeTech, so I was watching on this gaps area actually. Okay, hopefully the gaps will hold. And if let's say moving forward, they are still holding around the gaps with low volume. Okay, I think it's a good sign for them to build a nice support. Okay, again, a very good example just to want to show some of members why it's very important for the stocks to have a confirmation of reversal. Okay, example here, it break below 2040s. Now this one also seems like they're going to come back, but if you notice the 2040 is like, serve like a resistance, right? They fail to break, drop again, and they cross. And this is a successful test, okay, which means once they cross, they have to do a round of testing, okay, to ensure that, okay, yeah, we are keen to at least change certain trend, okay, from downtrend to accumulation or maybe to markup. Okay, the other one I think is very obvious is Altronic, but I think this is a bit political related, so I'm also a bit scared to enter, to be frank. Okay, but continue to watch. Okay, who knows? Okay, here high volume. Okay, so here also fail to hold. Realize the first test is failed. Okay, up trust, cross, successful test. Okay, so which means they are holding on 2040s. Okay, after LC, normally have to wait for next few bar to confirm. Yes, correct, being. Okay, so what I do is that being, hopefully you got watch the basic pullback methods. Okay, in the Telegram channel. Okay, in the Telegram channel, there's one video tutorial. You just type the keyword. Okay, basic pullback. Okay, so remember to watch the video because the next Saturday we're gonna cover that more. Okay, so usually what I do is that after LC, okay, I will monitor for 2 to 3 days. Okay, 2 to 3 days. So let's say it dropped with low volumes, narrow spread bar, then I'll be more keen and interested. Okay, so if I look into like MFlex, okay, MFlex. Okay, so here LC, This down bar here, okay, let me erase. Okay, this down bar here seems like it's narrower, definitely. Okay, the volume is less than half. Okay, so let's say moving forward, it become lower. Okay, then I think it's maybe it's a good one. Okay, I think Waja as well. Okay, Waja here, it cross, drop, sideways. Okay, so this is also how you're going to use the LC2. Okay, again, not buy call, this one not buy call, but you know, MFlex definitely look interesting, just that you know, due to the political news now in Malaysia, so some of the stock I haven't really entered yet. Okay, I was waiting for the news to, you know, stable a little bit, then only I enter. Okay, now it's a good time for me to slowly what is the stocks is good to monitor. Then after this, the slowly enter again. Okay, but Waja already entered lah. Okay, so see how it goes. Hopefully by the high volume today, able to make a follow through. Okay, MSM. Okay, let's try MSM. Probably I answer a few more questions, then we will close for today. Okay, yep, MSM I think is a nice reversal type also. Okay, it cross high volume, retest low volume, and volume getting higher. Okay, recently also dropped with low volume too. Okay, so it's a good reversal. Probably I think it will form a VCP. Okay, remember that yesterday and we talked about VCP in the masterclass section. So this one, it goes up 100%, 260 over percent. Okay, 260 over percent. So usually a trend go up like this in few weeks time or 1 month's time, they will do a big wash. Okay, and maybe form a VCP moving forward. Okay, so after it confirm, like, you know, build through second wave ready. Okay, if you are looking for long term, you can slowly enter the areas. Okay, assuming you are looking for long terms, can review still sector? Can. Okay, I'll probably spend a little bit time, okay, for stock review. Okay, MYAG looks like low volume pullback near 2040, few days for entry. Okay, let's take a look at MYEG. Okay, William, can you share with me few steel counters that are looking into? Okay, let me know. Yep, correct. Okay, I think Wong is referring to, you know, similar like MFlex. You know, maybe we will see some low volume tests around here. Okay, I think Yuli Crop also. Okay, today volume is pretty good for MYEG, but make sure don't close for UT like Notion the other day, if not mistaken. Okay, I think Yuli also, if you open up a slightly bigger time frame over here, it also seems like forming a VCP for me. Okay, so who knows, maybe you know, they are doing a kind of like a strong reaccumulation. Okay, so this is, okay, again, open up your weekly chart. Okay, downtrend, high volumes. Okay, this is what the things that we do discuss in the masterclass. Remember, accumulation, high volume, break. Maybe this is a reaccumulation. Wow, previously is 450. Yeah. Looks like still got a lots of rooms to go, but again, if you are looking for long term, okay, for Yuli groups. So okay, okay, probably I answer a few more questions before we close. Okay, I think MSC is deals, right? So okay, yep, I kind of interested in MSC, to be frank. Okay, let's look into daily first. Okay, I think just now morning section, okay, they got an NS, but seems like now it formed a UT here. But if you look into hourly chart, okay, oh, double NS, looks like the support is pretty good. Okay, now if let's say you really want to enter, okay, now we talk about a little bit more on entry exit. So you can enter near NS. Once you close below NS or close below the 40 MA, this is your exit. Okay, if you are using hourly chart. Okay, if you are using hourly chart. So next week, I also will share with you how to use hourly chart and daily chart. Okay, to do your trading plan, entry and exit. Okay, so these are a few things that we discussed. But at the moment, MSC, I think they are holding very well. Okay, with 2 LC in hourly chart. Okay, so okay, Siu Chong. Okay, is it important for 2040 to be upslope for entry? Yes, better to be in upslope. Okay, because at least this is telling you that the momentum on the background is good. Okay, example here, at least, you know, they are going up a little bit. Okay, it's not like a very big one, but at least it's going out a little bit. Okay, or if not, it can be sideways, but provided your background is in uptrend. Okay, so maybe here also will form a VCP. Okay, who knows? So seems like the low here is getting higher a little bit, not a lot. Okay, so maybe it will make another small wave, okay, before it goes up. Okay. Even in bearish zone, okay, 2040 is still good. Then how? Bearish zone, you means if let's say it's in red pentagon, this is to answer Praveen. Can we use this technique for other action? Can. Actually in TradingView you can access to more than I think 51 markets. Okay, so I think some members here are using for you Australian market as well. So the technique actually is still the same. Just that for futures market, if you are using 5 minutes, 15-minute chart, best is that you try to get advice from Cup Marina or Coach Alif. Okay, because to be frank with you, I'm still focusing stocks. I don't really go into futures market, so I think I'm not the expert in the futures market or the SCPO market. So best is that you get some advice from Marina and Alif. Okay, if let's say you want to use for the futures market. Okay, let's see. Okay, if let's say red pentagon, you actually still can. Okay, sorry, Praveen, are you have you attend the masterclass on the weekends? Are you the masterclass students? Just wanna know. Okay, no, okay, then it's okay. So if no, right, and you are new to TradeVSA or trading, best you follow green pentagon first. Okay, red pentagon actually you can enter, okay, provided you know about pullback. Okay, just like sometimes Sifu will mention, pullback will happen in red pentagon, provided the background doesn't come with strong weakness. Okay, so in this case, like I say, I want to keep everything simple in this series of tutorial. So you follow the green pentagon first. Okay, until you practice for a few more rounds, you feel more comfortable, then only you trade with the red pentagons. All right. So okay, Chu, I rephrase my questions by looking at the chart patterns, price and volume. How do you know that green pentagon and red pentagon will appear? Oh, okay. To answer two questions, right, is, to be frank, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult to tell which is the green and red pentagons. Okay. Now, example, okay. Just want to share with you my experience. Actually, I also students of Martin, I think like 6-7 years ago, I cannot really recall. I think like 5-6 years ago, I attended the master class. At the time, we don't have this kind of chart. Okay, we don't have this kind of things, and everything is like this naked chart. Okay, maybe we add some moving average. That's it. Then we don't have anything already. So the time Martin, we'll slowly go through this. Okay, this is SP. This is SP. This is low volume test. Yeah, so something like that. He'll go through with us. Okay. Now the problem with me is that I always difficult to get NS. Okay, because NS is the most difficult signal to spot. Okay, even right now, if I'm using the naked chart, I'll be straightforward with you. Okay, maybe this chart alone, I need to use 20-30 minutes to read it correctly. Okay, so if you ask me how to really spot the GP and red pentagons, okay, I think the best is that to look for up bar high volume, maybe like this. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, all this maybe it will trigger. Okay, maybe like here. Okay, this is some of the things that maybe I can share with you. Okay, if you want to ask about the red pentagon and green pentagon. Okay, let's put it back. Say I get it correct. Then okay, I get it wrong. Okay, so green pentagon actually appear here already. So again, the green pentagon actually they detect the movement of the price and compare the volume on the previous few bars ago. So yeah, sometimes using the naked eyes, even for me, it's a bit difficult to get it 100%. Okay, so hopefully I able to answer your question, Chiu. Okay, maybe we go to Chubi Anju. Okay, tech cycle help take, then we'll close. Okay, Chubi, because almost 2:30 already, so I think some of you might be busy right now. Okay. Okay, a few things. Okay, 2040 keep crossing with each other, expect some sideway. Okay, at the top, no much of weakness. So I think, yeah, still sideways reaccumulation for TrueB. Okay, overall. So green pentagon is already here. Price is holding on 2040s. Okay, so maybe likely they are building some support around there. Okay, help take also. Oh, actually, all the steel going back to 2040s. Because I don't really focus on steel nowadays. Only Anju, because Anju come with NS. So, yep. Okay, the point is this resistance, okay? But it's good they are building some accumulation again after this shake up below 2040s. Okay, let's try tech cycle. Okay, tech cycle hit resistance. Probably doing some pullbacks right now. No major weakness. Okay, this is based on weekly. Strong accumulation previously. So I think they still got chance to retry and break above the resistance at the moment. Okay, but at the moment, I don't see any weakness at the top. Okay, but of course, the resistance is pretty strong. This is the long tail. Okay, so resistance is pretty strong. So maybe it will sideways for a while. Okay, you can monitor the 2040s area. Is there any further sound strong weakness? Okay, kind of remind me like how green YB move right now. Okay, so a bit similar like green YB, so which means they are like trying to cross this area because the resistance or sell is very strong. So now they are doing some sideways. Okay, maybe tech cycle will move sideways first. Okay. Pravin said, okay, screener pentagon signal means go. No, Pravin. Okay, so again, just going back to our section earlier on, choose colors that is in green, purple. Okay, green, purple. Oh, sorry. Screener pentagon signal means GP. Yes, correct. So if let's say pentagon guided, which means the day itself, this is the stocks that it come with green pentagon. Okay, so I thought that you say means go, which means that is it okay to trade or not? Okay, so doesn't mean that everything here you need to trade. Doesn't mean that you need to trade over here. You need to see the overall setup too. Okay, can CMSB. Okay, CMSB. Okay, take a look into CMSB. Okay, CMSB potential reversal. Okay, cross 2040s. So few things you want to look into. Low volume. Okay, for the down bar. Okay, potentially lah. So okay, here got high volume as well. So maybe we'll see a good reversal. So it's a good counters to aim for maybe a white ball. Okay, at the moment. Okay, welcome. Pertama already exit already. Because Pertama, if not mistaken, 2 days ago it come with NS. Okay, let me put back my SOSW. Okay, I just exit this morning. Okay, so here NS, actually I entered around 580, if not mistaken, I entered 580. Okay, yesterday closed lower. Okay, remember how I used the NS as my stop loss and the 40 MA. So actually yesterday closed lower. Okay, this morning it dropped further. If not mistaken. So I just exit immediately on morning. So my losses, I think it's around like 5% plus. I think I exit somewhere like 545. Okay, this morning. Okay, so Pertama already exit already. So once the stock break my NS, okay, again NS is my support. 40 MA, I will just cut. Okay, I won't let it chop until more than 8% that I cut. Okay, so usually I just cut and just move on. Okay, so if let's say if you're looking for entry here, I think probably it would pull back lower. Okay, of course now I don't see a major weakness. Okay, but maybe most of the time they would retest back. Okay, on this area. So a bit similar like yeah, important to cut loss quickly. Correct. So this is to protect my capitals. Okay, again, especially now, the political things, right? So better keep your cash first. Okay, like example like Sense of, okay, once it break below the 2040s, realize over here. Okay, now they are testing back to the support. Okay, so that's why Pitama I just exit first. Okay, then I just keep my cash. Okay. So usually in this kind of uncertainty market, or overall currency is a bit weak. Okay, I will keep at least 30% cash, but right now I'm keeping almost like 50% of my cash. Okay, probably I answer one or two more lah. Okay, then we close. Okay, can see OWG this morning got NS now. Oh yeah, OWG, correct. It's not MSC, OWG. Oh yeah, disappeared already. Okay, but I think overall also is the setup still okay actually, because the green pattern come with slightly high volume above 240s. Okay, let's look into weekly. Okay, weekly they are doing a kind of nice accumulations too. Okay, so far no much weakness. Okay, so again, this kind of patterns, if you want to trade, okay, LC, low of LC, maybe it's your stop loss areas. Okay, you can use that. Okay, last one, cameras. Okay, cameras still holding around the shakeout areas. Okay, this one needs time, but the low volume at least is okay. Okay, the low volume at least is okay. So you can use the 40 or the NS area, okay, as your stop loss if you want to look for the trades. Okay, wins. Okay, but they got a few shakeout already. Here actually is still like holdings there. Okay, the next the other counters that I'm monitoring for shakeout, this is NGGB. Again, I haven't entered it, but just that monitoring it, okay, because of the current market, so I don't really dare to enter a lot of stocks. So we got 1 round, 2 round. Okay, so hopefully this one will hold for a while before they test on the resistance. Okay, so with this, thank you for joining me for today's section over here. So make sure to come back again our next section next week. Okay, hopefully especially for new members or new traders, you've got a better understanding on how to use VSA tools right now. Okay, let me know if you got any other questions. So maybe next week, if I got time in my next section over there, I will try to include in the tutorials. Okay, so thank you and happy tradings. Yes, there will be a recording, and I will share the slide later on to the Telegram channel. So make sure you all join the Telegram channel also. Okay, I will send all this video to there. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you soon.